Yes. Okay. So, this is Alex from Ungex. Today, I'm going to take you through a way to help determine your population of demodexmites online. So, Ungex offers Demodex consultations and microscopic tests in our offices in Melbourne, where our headquarters is. I'm coming to you from Melbourne at the moment. We also have our agents in Sydney, Rich Skin Clinic. But, we have customers not just in Australia, which is a large country in itself, but all over the world. So many people want to know how they can work out their populations of Demodex mites. And I'm going to show you how to use this really useful tool that we created. So you can start by going to Google and just typing in Ungex. So the easiest way to do it, if you go onto our homepage here, ungex.com, you can click this button here that goes Mite Quiz. And here you come onto our website, and so this is basically a really easy way to figure out your Demodex populations, because basically seeing them physically through a skin scraping or a microscopic test, although it is educational to see them face to face, so to speak, basically because they are microscopic and they do spend most of their time under the skin, the symptoms you're experiencing speak louder than a skin scraping. So everybody has some mites. It's just the population density that determines whether your skin symptoms or skin problems can be related or linked to those mites. So that's what you'll see this quiz. It's not asking whether you have mites or not, because latest research shows that 100% of adults have some mites. It's asking you to discover the population density. So the higher the population, the more likely you are to have symptoms related to Demodex. So on our website, just before we start, you can always get in touch with us through our live chat, which is this window in the bottom right hand corner. I'm just going to close that for now, but you can always contact us. We're online when our office is open, which is 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Times. If our office isn't open, as I said, we have lots of international clients, so our time zones aren't always friendly, but you can always leave us an offline message, especially with a phone number, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible to give you that one-on-one advice. But this quiz we've recently made in the last few months, and honestly, it's really the best way, if you can't come see us face to face, to work it out. So it basically has a list of questions about symptoms, skin type, lifestyle. So we're going to go through them. So question 1, are you experiencing any of the following? So basically, any symptom you feel like you have, go through the list very carefully. I'm just clicking a few at random. Some of the most common ones. Question 2, do you have a close family member living with you that has any of the above conditions? So Demodex mites, they are contagious, but as I said, everybody already has some mites because they transfer through physical contact or sharing personal care items, for example, pillowcases, hairbrushes, etc. So unless you're a virtual hermit, it's really hard not to have mites transferred, but usually those with higher population densities, you know, it can run in families because you're a delicious host for them, basically. So skin type is pretty straightforward. You know, all of these answers, so what cosmetic products do you use? They really vary person to person. Just choosing some examples here. So some questions, like for example, what's the water temperature when you take a shower? They might seem like really strange questions when it comes to diagnosing a parasite in your body, but it's not only symptoms, it's also lifestyle factors that can make you a desirable host for them. So just answer as truthfully as possible. When do you wash your face with cleansing products? So when you're treating Demodex mites, sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and keep answering these because there's a few. They're all examples. I'm just clicking them at random for now. When you're treating Demodex mites, although the products themselves are really important, it's also the way in which you use the products that helps not only eliminate them but make your body, or make you a bad host for them. So a lot of lifestyle factors can really increase your chances of your populations becoming higher. And that's just because, you know, you make a better place for them to live, and they take advantage of that if your body lets them by, excuse me, but they take advantage of it by breeding, basically. So instead of having a few mites over your whole body, someone with a high population density can have 25 plus just under one hair follicle. So basically your body just has too many parasites for it to cope without showing symptoms or side effects. And that's often where the skin problems come in. So it asks a lot about like your health, mental, physical, your activity. So basically a higher population of Demodex is, it can be linked to the health of your immune system, basically. So a lot of people tend to start having issues after like their immune system has gone down. So maybe stress, illness, medication, like antibiotics, things that take a toll on your immune system. Really, the mites are opportunists. So if those floodgates are down, they will take advantage and breed out of control. And that's a lot of the reason why people start having symptoms, you know what I mean? So the further somebody lets it go, the more they sort of set in and establish themselves. So it's really important you treat them ASAP. So I'm just answering these at random. Let's say we have junk food. Okay. So depending on your answers, it will give you some kind of indication of your population density. So as I said, those answers I gave above are all, I just clicked them at random, except the yoga one because I'm trying to start yoga, so I'm taking advantage of that. But you'll see the minimum amount of mites you'll have is a low population density. Like I said, everybody has some mites. It's virtually impossible not to, unless you're using Ungex, of course. So from low to very high is basically the range. So, you know, you can answer these honestly and it will give you some kind of indication. So it's a really helpful way, because mites are microscopic, to have your symptoms and lifestyle sort of assessed to see if potentially your symptoms are related. And so even though having microscopic mites living, breathing, dying under your skin isn't a nice thought, and maybe not something you want to shout to the world, at least you know there's an answer, a reason, and also a cure. So a lot of people that are suffering, especially like things like rosacea, acne, you know, might be contributing to those issues 100%, or just, you know, a little bit. It varies person to person. But when you have mites living under your skin, basically they consume oils and nutrients. So a lot of other products, like hair conditioners, lotions, moisturizers, oils, other treatments like for acne, rosacea, it might not necessarily be that they're not great products. It's basically they're packed full of nutrients that will feed the mites. So basically the mites are eating that product before the skin can absorb it, and you know the problem's getting worse because the mites, like, you're feeding them delicious meals basically, and wasting your money as well, and time and effort. So treating mites is a really important thing to do, not only to clear your skin of parasites. So if worst case scenario your symptoms aren't 100% attributed to a high population of mites and there are other issues, at least you know your skin is a clean canvas where you can inject all of those extra nutrients or whatever your skin or your hair needs to be healthy, and it can absorb properly. And honestly, best case scenario, most of your symptoms are attributed directly to a very high population of Demodex mites. You know, as soon as you get rid of those mites, the symptoms also obviously go as well, because there's no more mites to cause the problems. So we also offer a guide. I'll just put my details in here. These are also details we can be connected directly. 039. Oh. I think that will do. So you can also get the guide as well. So it'll email you a PDF guide, which is like a handy tool. But you can also see, this is my embarrassing picture here. I am a Demodex consultant for Ungex. So, I mean, there's a good chance if you've contacted us, you've talked to myself or one of my colleagues. But basically one of our roles as Demodex consultants is to people reach out to us who are having issues, and we sort of give advice, because everybody is so different and their body reacts differently to these mites. That's why there's so many symptoms. So basically we give one-on-one advice to see, you know, if our products will help you. And like I said, it is a 3-month process to eliminate mites. You have to use the right products with the right protocol. So the protocol is like the right instructions basically. And as a Demodex consultant, it's our job to guide you through that. So part of the package is communication and follow-up, because we want you to get a good result nearly as much as you do, I'm sure. So we are in contact with you, as I said, every couple of weeks or however often you need throughout those 3 months, just to make sure you're doing everything right. If you have any questions, they're answered, and sometimes just as moral support, because demotics aren't something everybody feels comfortable talking about with their friends or family. So like we do offer that support as well. So we are based in Australia, as I said, but we ship internationally. We contact you via phone. Most countries internationally. There's some countries in Europe, etc., where our time zones don't quite line up. But we have things. We have Facebook. We have Skype, WhatsApp, Viber. We're pretty contactable through most sources. But the most important thing is we also ship our products worldwide. So if you scroll up to our website, we have our shop link here. So if you click that, you'll come to our online store. So we ship worldwide. We ship express, so it'll get to most countries within 4 to 6 days. Australia, it's usually next business day. But we have different packs, as I said. So the bundles basically are on average enough product to last an adult the whole 3 months. It also comes with a high frequency instrument, and the kits generally last like a month to a month and a half. So a lot of people wonder why our prices are what they are. So first of all, to be aware, if you're watching this and you are not in Australia, all our prices are in Australian dollars. So please Google, you can just Google a currency converter to convert Australian dollars to your local currency. The other thing to take in is it's not just the products you're buying. Even though they're amazing products, they're all natural herbal based, SLS free, paraben free, artificial fragrance free, cruelty free, made in Australia, etc. You're also buying the protocol, which is, as I said, the right method of use, which is, I can't stress how important the protocol is. The way I like to explain it is, it's like if you buy the most expensive toothbrush and the best toothpaste, and you do an amazing job at brushing your teeth, but you do it before you eat a meal, even though you've used the correct products and the correct way of using it, you've used it at the wrong time and you haven't got the result. So because demodexmites spend most of their time under the skin, it's the right timing, the right frequency. Everything is so important to get the best result. We basically give you the exact ingredients you need to get rid of mites, and as long as you put in the work, we'll get you there. It's not an overnight cure. It is a commitment, but if you're ready to clear your skin of these parasites, this is the best thing you can do for your skin. The other thing that's included in these packages is our support. So we don't sort of wave goodbye and good luck. We're with you the whole way, as little or as much as you need. But communication is really important, because we'll just make sure you are on the right path, and if we need to customize it to specifically target any areas or skin types or problems, that's what we're here for, and that's one of my jobs as well. So you can buy through our online store. There's some basic questions here. We accept card, PayPal. Just honestly, open this little box and chat to us directly if you have any problems, or message us on any of our social media. And yeah, I think I've talked for about 20 minutes now, so If you have any more questions I haven't answered, because with demodexmites there's usually a lot of explanation, that's what we're here for. We do have all of the answers, so yeah, jump on our website and come and chat. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk soon. Bye.